She's supposed to be dead, Elizabeth Hoff says on the phone. She can't see Darren Rankin, but she can imagine how he looks. By this point, she knows him well enough. She's accustomed to his face and his reactions, his quirks and his tics. He'll be chewing his bottom lip, his eyes looking around like he's expecting someone to creep up on him, regardless of where he is right now. It takes him a long time to answer. She didn't look hurt. Elizabeth rolls her eyes. She's in her car, pulled to the side of the road. It's dark outside, and the road is quiet. Nothing major, cuts and bruises, superficial, but she's supposed to be dead. Did you hear that part, Darren? I know she's supposed to be dead. How do you feel that she's not? There's a pause. Then he says, "What's that supposed to mean?" "I'm just curious." There's a longer pause. Then Darren says, I'm conflicted. The mission was not a failure, but now she's gone. He developed a soft spot for the girl. That was a problem. He was starting to see her as a child, and not as an asset. He was starting to see her potentially as a daughter. "Who are the men who have her?" he asks. "How should I know that, Darren? I know as much as you do." Elizabeth sighs hard, down the line, right into his ear. "This was supposed to be the end for me. I was supposed to move on. She should have been incinerated in that explosion." Darren does not say anything to this. Elizabeth imagines him wincing. Instead, "I'm still stuck playing babysitter." That's not entirely accurate, Darren says. You're nowhere near her. "Do you think they're going to allow me to move on to anything new while this mess is still running?" Elizabeth can feel her temper flaring, and she takes a moment, inhaling deeply. She's had to work with Darren for too long. Too long. At first, she didn't mind. He was a good agent, but over time something happened to him. He became almost a liability. He didn't do anything wrong, per se, but he became naive and questioning. Everything needed to be spelled out to him. He started spending too much time down in the basement. It appeared to Elizabeth that he started to care, and that was a problem. A big problem. He hasn't said anything since her brief outburst. Elizabeth wonders where he is, if he has reached his hideout or if he's in his car too, still driving to it. She'll know soon enough.